The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRC Media, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
Ho, ho, hello, and welcome to the December episode of TViva, a monthly program for finding out about some of the wonderful things that are going on in our community in the month ahead. My name is Patti Rigo, and I am the Executive Director of Viva Fall River, an organization that does just that, promotes all the wonderful things about our community, our small businesses, our arts and culture community, and of course, community, just like you. With me is my very, I was going to say like festive, but you're festive in a winter way.
Yeah, I'm
wonderfully winter.
I'm hoping for a white Christmas.
Oh, Lord. Ashley Okino, Executive Director of the Fall River Arts and Culture Coalition, which is a community-driven organization committed to promoting and supporting arts and culture in the city while being an incredible advocate for the creative sector.
Yeah, well, another year has gone by.
I feel like November, literally I blinked and now we're here.
Yeah.
Just want to give a shout out to Thanksmas. One of the best things that I bought at Thanksmas was this beautiful lady, and Move Over Ken, nutcrackers in town.
Yeah.
That's the new one.
There were some great items at Thanksmas, and I had a wonderful time.
Yes, I hope some of you were able to come and you enjoyed yourselves. I can't believe we're at the end of another incredible year that was full of such different events and such traditional events that we love to see every year. And then we are finishing up this month with another, I think this is the biggest month we've had for events. Another month with over 100 events.
Okay.
It beats October. We were at 110, and I just added 3 more while I was sitting here waiting.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. So even though the holidays can be a little bit hectic, I hope we can all take a little bit of time to enjoy our community, support our makers, and support our local businesses, and of course, have a great time and make some memories. But before we head into event highlights, once again, I'm bringing you a feature from ChatGPT.
Are you?
Yep. I've asked ChatGPT to provide us with a little merriment. Question this month is, what would Viva Fall River's elf name be?
Oh, okay. This is what you went with. All right.
So Viva Fall River's elf name should reflect its festive, creative, and community-oriented spirit. How about Jolly Jingle Heart? It combines a cheerful vibe and a warm-hearted dedication to the community, much like our mission to bring people together and celebrate local culture.
Okay.
So Jolly Jingle Heart, I shall be known.
Do you have a frack one?
Yes, of course. So the Fall River Arts and Culture Coalition's elf name should embody its artistic, collaborative, and community-driven essence. So you are Artie Glowtide. Highlights creativity, Artie, and a warm, festive spirit of unity and celebration, Glowtide.
Wow. Yeah. Well, thanks, AI.
So Artie, shall we get on with it? Artie Glowtide?
Artie Glowtide. Okay, all right, Jingle Heart.
Let's dive in. All right, Jingle Heart. The City of Fall River is bringing us not 1, not 2, but 3 awesome community events in December. On Saturday, December 7th, the 4th annual Children's Holiday Parade, 40th. Sorry, I think I looked down and I got so surprised that I said the wrong thing. So it's kicking off from Kennedy Park at 1 p.m. and winding its way down South Main, arriving at the Government Center at 3 o'clock. Come on down and watch one of the largest holiday parades in New England. There's bands, decorated floats, giant parade balloons, and you can also see me dressed as an elf, Jingle Heart, Jolly Jingle Heart. I'll be walking with the Tansy Elementary School kids, and we are one of the many city schools that will be participating in the parade, and the kids love it. So please do come out. Hopefully it's a wonderful day. Last year was warm. I feel good about that this year, and with snow for you for Christmas.
That's only at the beginning of the month, though.
I know.
That's December 7th. It's okay.
And then from 3 to 6, so right after the parade winds up at the Government Center, stick around for the tree lighting celebration, featuring games, giveaways, a photo booth, face painting, music, and of course, food trucks. I saw the tree get put in this week. It's a beaut this year. It's beautiful, very full. Nice. The tree's going to be lit at approximately 5 p.m. So even if you don't go to the parade, you can head on over to watch this year's beautiful tree light up the Fall River sky. Later in the month, on the 20th at 6:30, the city's going to host their 6th annual Christmas in Fall River concert at BMC Durfee High School. For the last few years, you may remember they've had the Sons of Serendip, which are a wonderful band. But this year, we've got the incredibly talented Madison Corbello, who's the season 25 semi-finalist of The Voice, and Javier Colon, who's the season 1 winner of The Voice. Oh, wow, an original, like Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, gee.
Wow, to fill the evening with holiday cheer. So the concert is, the tickets are $10, which was, they were able to keep that fee low because of a generous donation from Bristol County Savings Bank.
Oh, wonderful.
All ages are welcome. Doors open at 6:30 with performances beginning at 7:30. You can either get tickets on a platform called Ticket Spice, or you can call the mayor's office. There's a limited number of tickets available there as well. And last but certainly not least, a new event that I hope will become an annual tradition like the parade and the concert, Holiday Harmonies Trolley Tour on Sunday, December 22nd from 3 to 6. Now, there's going to be no public rides on the trolley, but who will be on the trolley is the Old Town Carolers, and they're going to be spreading cheer around the city and stopping at 5 locations, and those are, in this order, Good Shepherd Parish on South Main, Fall River Police Department on Pleasant Street, St. Anthony of the Desert Church on Northeastern Avenue, the Union Methodist Church at 600 Highland Avenue, and the last stop will be, thankfully, the Viva Fall River Visitors Center and Shop at the corner of Purchase and Granite Street. Each stop's going to have something a little different. There's going to be free crafts for kids, maybe some hot chocolate. Santa might show up. I don't know. I don't know what his plans are for that evening. And other activities that are going to be coordinated by each of the organizations. So stay tuned to vivafallriver.com and the Events in Fall River Facebook page for more information as we add some really excellent events. Maybe it'll snow for that day.
Maybe.
And the trolley, and come out and take pictures. I think it's like so old town, and I think it's going to be so wonderful and like the perfect way to really like get in the Christmas spirit right before the holiday.
I love to see the trolley just out and about doing different
Yes, and at night with its lights and so.
Yeah.
Well, and speaking of caroling, on Sunday the 8th, Christ the Rock Church on Walnut Street is going to be hosting their annual Cocoa and Carols event from 6 to 7:15. Hot cocoa, cookies, and a group sing-along. What more do you need in the holidays? I don't know. Another event that you'll probably sing along with the band to is the Magical Mystery Christmas Spectacular at Canned Heat Craft Beer on Saturday, December 14th at 7 p.m. This is Christmas Beatles style with New England's premier Beatles tribute band, Studio 2. Tickets are $25 and include one 5-ounce pour of their delicious beer. So tickets and more information can be found on the Canned Heat website, which is cannedheatcraftbeer.com. And the very next afternoon on the 15th at 3 p.m. at St. Joseph's Church in the North End, you can attend a presentation of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas by the South Coast Community Chorale. $15 for seniors and students and $18 general admission. Tickets are available on Eventbrite, and I know this is some people that this is one of their yearly Christmas traditions. So if you're able to check it out, I've heard they're wonderful. Have not.
And
had a
it
chance
sounds like a reason to go maybe and get your tickets ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. Indeed, indeed. You do not want to wait until the night before Christmas to tick off all the gifts on your list, but never fear. It's December. There are plenty of holiday craft fairs and DIY events to save the day. Starting with the DIY maker events, because, who doesn't appreciate a handmade gift? On the first day of the month, you can join the Greater Fall River Art Association for a wreath and bow making demo at their Belmont Street location from 2 to 4. Demonstration is going to be led by Karen Galeb, who's the owner of KG Crafts on New Boston Road. I used to take pottery classes there when I was a child. So Karen is like a craft maven. So if you're going to learn wreath and bow making, it's from this woman. For $5, you get her knowledge. So that is like probably the cheapest event of the season. Not free. Side note, check their website on Facebook for the hours of their weekly holiday marketplace with items made by local artists. So it's Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. The Greater Fall River Art Association has their holiday marketplace open.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And the next day, which is Sunday the 2nd, again at Canned Heat, who is killing it this month with events, they're hosting a ceramic Christmas tree class starting at 6:30 p.m. I think Barbie would look really good next to one of those.
We have to sign up for this.
We should. Yes,
I really want to.
Because there's only, I think, 30 spots, so we should get our tickets.
Yes.
You can choose between a 12-inch tree, which is $60, and the larger one is an 18-inch for $80. The studio that's running it, Hazel Valley Studio, they're going to handle the firing and the electrifying, so you no electrical knowledge needed. But your job is just to pick it and then to paint it. That's going to, in addition to the cost of the tree, it's $5 to secure your seat, and you get a 5-ounce pour of gingerbread porter. I think this is so much fun. So also tickets on Canned Heat's website. On Thursday, December 5th, Tequila Lime Cantina on Bank Street is hosting a Cheers and Create Holiday Centerpiece event, again at 6:30. Tickets are $65, and that includes all the materials to design your own stunning holiday centerpiece and a delicious house margarita to keep those creative juices flowing.
Nice.
So grab your amigos. Get your tickets now. The following Sunday on December 8th at 1 p.m. is going to be one of my daughter's favorite events of the year, the tin ornament making with John the Tinner from Fairhaven Village Militia. This is why I asked you to send me the link to the earbuds. Because it is a wonderful activity for family and friends, but I'm not going to lie, it is so loud because you're literally pounding tin.
Metal.
But I mean, what a great gift to keep as a keepsake, you know, to look back on that when your kid made this when they were little.
I still have mine that I made when I was a child.
I can give them away because I made so many. I had to give them away.
They're gifts now for everyone.
Yeah, they're gifts for everybody. So this is free, which is so great. But they do request a small donation. And whenever somebody does that, if you can just get even a change in your pocket, it all goes back to help the organization. It helps the Lafayette Durfee House continue the incredible and really fun and engaging and educational programming that they do throughout the year.
Yeah.
So. And then on Sunday the 21st, over at Troy City Brewing on Anawan Street, check out the holiday pottery class from 1 to 3. For $75, Pottery with a Purpose is going to give you all the basics and step-by-step instructions to learn how to hand build a pinch pot, which is, I think, really easy. But then you can, use that basic knowledge to, become a ceramicist, perhaps.
Have you ever seen a very large pinch pot?
No.
One that you could put like a tree in, like a small tree.
Are you thinking to put your ceramic tree in a pinch pot? I like it. I'm trying to.
That would be too clever.
And then, of course, if you're not feeling crafty, you can always support local makers at these holiday craft fairs. You've got, no December would be complete without this one. The annual Christmas Arts and Crafts Fair at BMC Durfee High School, Saturdays and Sunday, December 7th and 8th from 10 to 4. On the 7th is also a craft and vendor fair at the VFW on Bedford Street, starting at 11. And closing out that crafty weekend, I mean, that is like a craftastic weekend right there. On the 8th is the 3rd annual Magical Holiday Artisans and Craft Fair at the Liberal Club from 11 to 4. So you could literally get all your shopping done in one weekend if you wanted to in Fall River. A couple other notable ones. Sorry, I'm talking so fast, but I want to give Ashley some time.
No, keep going. These are great.
I mean, this is pretty good. It was so hard to
select out of over 100,
because
right?
there are so many. My calendar's completely full. Over at the Little Theater Fire Barn, check out Scrooge in Rouge, a quick change version of the Charles Dickens classic set in a Victorian music hall. So this I guess is a little bawdy though.
Yeah.
It's done in the style of British musical hall theater, and it has bad puns and naughty double entendres, so definitely not for the kids. But there are shows from December 5th through the 15th, so head over to their website and snag your tickets for this raucous holiday. And then our friends at the Tipsy Toboggan are bringing the country to Christmas this Fall River on December 14th at 11 a.m. with the Holly Dolly Drag Brunch, and Holly being Christmas, and Dolly being Dolly Parton, of course. Tickets are $5, but that does not include your food and drink. It does reserve your space, which will definitely be necessary because I think that one's going to go quick. I also wanted to mention on this one, I just found out this morning, and I have to mention it because it's Faxon Animal Care and Adoption Center, near and dear to my heart. Remember your little pups and kittens this holiday. December 14th, it's the Santa Paws fundraiser. They're going to have pet portraits, and for $20, you get a flash drive with pet pictures. Your pet, I hope. And dog and cat goodie bags, which I think is so great.
That's wonderful.
So that's December 14th.
And where is this?
This is Faxon Animal Care and Adoption Center. I believe it's on Durfee Street.
Wonderful.
Yes, and maybe for Jasper.
He would love it.
That
goodie bag, he'd be gone
that's all. He just wants that. He's like, no photos, please. Thank
totally.
you. And then something a little different over at Battleship Cove, the Navy Christmas dinner on Friday, December 20th from 5 to 9. This is going to be so great. Enjoy Christmas dinner on the USS Massachusetts featuring a representation of the meals eaten on board Navy ships during World War II, plus a musical performance by a duo called the Company Bees. And they are based in Rhode Island, and they recreate the era of the 1940s through song and story. So there's a dinner, there's entertainment. They're going to allow you to tour the ships. So you can find out ticket information on battleshipcove.org. And oh, and I can't forget, because we're here, North Pole Live. This is another big tradition for kids. If you want to talk to Santa, it is December 2nd at 5:30. You can come in person like I did last year with Maxine, which was so much fun. You can come in person to the Fall River Community Media Studio here at BCC and see Santa, and he reads a book and hears all the great things that you want him to give you. Or you can call, and we'll make sure that you get the number and give Santa a call. I mean, he'll take calls from everybody. You don't have to be a kid.
Right?
And then finally, a wonderful event to help cure those post-holiday blues on Saturday, December 28th, so a little bit after Christmas at 12:30. Head over to Heritage Park for a community Kwanzaa sewing workshop. Craft your own Ujima inspired table runner at this workshop, which is so much more than just a workshop to create something. The principle of Ujima is collective work and responsibility. So it's about getting together to craft this item that it really just means so much more for your table, for where you gather. So that event is free, but supplies are limited, so please be sure to get there early. And I know I said last one, but finally, I have to extend an invitation to you and everybody out there to attend the Viva Fall River holiday party at the new Granite Street location. It's going to be Thursday, December 19th from 5 to 9. We always have some festive libations and snacks, and this is the perfect time to snap up some last-minute stocking stuffers or gift items. We have a ton of new Fall River product. We'll have our holiday box for sale, and this year it's the Feliz Natal box, so it's filled with like holiday Portuguese staples that you would, have that would be included in your holiday. So I hope to see you, and I hope to celebrate this wonderful time of year with you. Now, let's talk frack. The gift that keeps on giving all year.
It does, and so. And one of the gifts I think is one of the best gifts is just getting together in community, like you said, like the workshop at Heritage State Park. So we have our annual frack meeting that comes up. It's going to be on Monday, December 9th. And this time we're going to be virtual because it's dark out and early, and we all like to be in a place where we can feel cozy. And I know for some folks, they're not always able to make the 5 o'clock meeting time in person, but so we have a virtual option this month. So 5 o'clock, Monday, December 9th. You can visit our website, you can visit our social media, because you need to get the Zoom link to sign up. You have to register for this. I'd read the bit.ly, but I feel like it's gonna be visit thefrack.org, and you can get all of that information there, or you can visit the Frack on Instagram or Facebook as well.
The winter times, people that will come that wouldn't ordinarily be able to come. So it's always nice. We always get some new members.
We always get some new folks that come and join the call.
Start the year with us.
Yeah, so we will be virtual during the winter months, and we will return to in-person in the spring. And so even if you cannot join our meetings, whether virtual or in person, but you have updates and you still want to be able to connect with us, be a Frack member. It costs nothing. Just either send us an email at frack, FRACC at onesouthcoast.com, or you can just go right to our website and you can sign up right on the homepage.
And you'll get the notes.
Yep, you can send us an email if you'd like to have us include something as part of the meeting, but our notes go out to everyone. And it's a nice recap of kind of what was discussed during the meeting. So it's another way that you could participate. And so this month we have a special guest, which I'm thrilled to have because we're virtual. We have some different options for who could maybe come and join us. So we have Assets for Artists. Their acronym they're known as is A, the number 4. So Assets for Artists, you've maybe heard me mention them a few different times on the show over the last few months, and that's because together with Frack, we've just wrapped up a capacity building grant program that was for Fall River based and living creatives, folks, and so a combination of performers, musicians, poets, visual artists were those that were awarded. And we actually just had a party a few weeks ago at the Ignition Space where we celebrated their achievement, which was completing the 6-month program with Assets for Artists. And so as part of that program, we also had provided free workshops. Perhaps you remember me mentioning them on this show. And we also provided free coaching to those people those 10 that were in the cohort. But I have good news for you. We still have a little bit of free coaching available to creatives that are Fall River residents. That is a gift.
I love it.
So we have some, this is direct one-on-one coaching with Assets for Artists. They have lots of different experts and trainers that can help provide artists, musicians, or if you're not one of those but you are a creative person, dive deeper into the specific challenges that you may have. Coaching sessions typically last an hour, some may be shorter. And it's really just to help apply some of maybe the learnings from one of their workshops to your practice. Yeah, have a conversation. And because it's personalized, they've actually found, Assets for Artists has found that this coaching approach really helps people who are in the creative sector move forward, whether it's in their studio practice or if they're a small business or like being a vendor. So we strongly recommend that you get in contact with us. Again, just send us an email through FRAC's email address, frac@onesouthcoast.com. And you can also learn a lot more about this at the December meeting. Absolutely. So again, come check it out on Monday, December 9th at 5 o'clock on Zoom. You'll need to register, but come hear more about what Assets for Artists has to offer in terms of coaching. And they have a lot of free workshops coming up as well. And so their workshops used to only just be open to kind of like the area or who sponsored them. So like if someone in Western Massachusetts was the sponsor, it'd be
just for Western
Massachusetts living people. And even when we started our workshops, originally it was open first priority to Fall River residents to register, and then it kind of opened up to a wider pool after that. So now their workshops they've gotten funded are free to everyone all the time.
Awesome.
All the time. So check out, one of the ones they have coming up is on Thursday, December 12th. It's actually in the afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m. on Zoom, and it's called Crowdfunding for Artist Projects.
I'm gonna sign up
so
for that.
That's, it's free. Get the link, check it out. Perhaps it's something that you're thinking about, you want to put on an event or you want to host a project in the city. So between this workshop and if you could, take advantage of 1 hour of coaching, it might move you really farther forward than you could have gotten.
Small investment
just kind
in time,
of like sitting in your studio or sitting at home thinking like, how do I get this off the ground? So do check that out. And so some people who have taken advantage of getting projects off the ground are folks that have things coming up at the Ignition
This is
Space.
going to be so good.
So again, the Ignition Space, every month we have different programming. And if you haven't visited us, we're on 44 Troy Street. You can see us right across from Government Center. It's the white building. It says Gather on the outside, and it says Fall River Museum of Contemporary Art on the outside. But then in the middle, on the inside, we have some awesome signage too. And there we are. There's FRAC in our Ignition Space. So we have 2 exhibitions. We have opening receptions for Escape Through Art, which is an exhibition by Samantha Charles, and another solo exhibition by Jennifer Pedro. So they are going to be having their art shows opening on Friday, December 13th.
Yes, it's going to be the luckiest day of the month.
So this is a free event, and come join us and celebrate 2 local artists. And so a little bit more about Samantha. She's a Fall River resident. She's a student here at Bristol Community College.
Wow.
Surprisingly, she is not an art student. She is not.
See, art is everywhere.
She is not, but she is such an amazing talent.
She is.
And she's actually one of the folks that had received an Ignition grant, and so that's what has put her project forward and why she's having her exhibition.
Oh, that's exciting.
And for Jennifer, she saw our open call that we have online right now for the Ignition Space. So exhibitions, those are filling up, but we still have openings. But if you are a performer, musician, poet, we still have lots of availability for you to utilize the space. Give us a shout out. Again, email us or visit the FRAC which is our website, thefrac.org/space, will take you directly to the page that will give you the information that you need. Or perhaps, you know, a birthday party. We've had a birthday party. We've had meetings.
Holiday party? I don't know.
Private meetings, a holiday party. There's lots of different options. So just a reminder that we are taking proposals. And when you go online, it's just a quick Google form to fill out. Really easy.
Yeah, the space is so surprising. Like every time I go in there and there's something new, the number of different ways I've seen that one space, and I've spent a considerable amount of time there. It is always really amazing. So, I mean, I strongly,
check it out.
Even if you're just thinking about it, just do it.
Yeah, it's always free to come and visit, and we're open on Fridays from 4 to 8 and Saturdays and Sundays from 12 to 4. So the last thing I will say, please don't forget, there's a creative directory that exists.
What's that you say?
A creative directory. And I know we've called it a Yellow Pages and we've called it a Rolodex, but at the end of the day, it is a wonderful place where you should be listed.
Yes.
If you are a person, again, I'll say, you know, visual artist, performer, somewhere in between, or even if you have a space in Fall River that could host things like that, like the Ignition space. It maybe doesn't have to be so crazy flexible like we are, and being able to move things around.
Put boundaries. You can put what you want
But if you have a space, it's a great place to list it, because this is where folks will be going and are currently going to look to hire people or to look to connect with people. So when you visit the FRAC website, because you're already there anyway, signing up to become a member or to sign up to get the Zoom link for the meeting, visit our creative directory page. 100% free to sign up. It's easy to create a profile. You can just start it and always go back and finish it later. And if you are a nonprofit organization in town, you might actually find that your profile exists, and you might just have to claim it. Yep, because they've started to populate it with known nonprofits, and so you might be there, but just claim it. And then you can also partner up with nonprofits that you've worked with before, and it's just a great way to get connected on a wider platform. And it's New England based, so it's not just Fall River, it's not just Massachusetts, it's all across the area.
Give yourself a gift this holiday season and sign up for the creative directory.
There you go.
There you go. So, like we said, this is scratching the surface of what is going to be a really amazing December, and I hope that you get a chance to go out and experience some of the great things that are going on. Keep an eye on Fall River's #1 calendar, vivafallriver.com/events. We'll always accept your events, of course. We also have newsletters. Don't forget about those. You can find them right on the homepage of vivafallriver.com or on thefrac.org. Sign-up's right at the bottom of the homepage. So, but here we go. The time is up for now. This is, you're probably saying Auld Lang Syne, but I don't know all the words. So for now, have a very merry holiday season. And until next year, Viva Fall River.